It's a very important video, and it just basically has to do with understanding the type of content you are listening to and how it influences you, right? In as much as the topic is just basically going to be too much of anything is not good. Too much of anything is not good. Too much of anything is not good. And the emphasis I want to just make known is, in regards to anything, and everybody's subject to this, right? I am even subject to it. In fact, I'm speaking from what has personally happened to me, right? And in your consuming or consumption of content, when you're consuming content, even if you want to say, oh, this content is going to be the one that benefits me and helps me and develops me to become a better person, sure, you can. I mean, agree to that to a certain degree, right? And you may even be able to apply it and see certain results, but then too much of anything is not good. Too much of anything is not good. For example, let's say you might be having like considerable progress in something, right? And then you watch somebody who you respect on social media speak about something, and then he maybe underplays what you are doing, or it's like he now tells you that, oh, you have to be doing this, and because of the way you respect him, he's more likely to influence you. And because he influences you, you now do something that you think is going to give you the results you want, but it doesn't really give you the results you really want. I don't know whether you guys can understand what I'm saying. It's like consuming the content of other people, especially when it's too much, it kind of clouds your normal logical way of thinking. It really does. It clouds your normal logical way of thinking, especially in regards to your personal relationships with people around you. Even with the opposite sex and your family members, all those things, because of the kind of content you listen to, it may influence the way you do a lot of things. That's why sometimes it's very easy. I mean, it's very necessary to just step back from every single thing and just observe the world objectively without any digital preconceived notion that, oh, it should be like this, it should be like there's no should, right? There's no should. You should be willing to live your life and learn specifically from the things that you have gone through. And sometimes ruminating is very important, or reminiscing also, where you can just sit back and okay, what did I do wrong here? What did I do right here? What gave me the right results in this particular place? Because a lot of relationships I have willingly destroyed, or maybe unconsciously destroyed, because of, oh, this person said this. Even like most of the things that I've gone through, especially in regards to my personal relationship with people, have been destroyed because of listening to other people that I deemed as respectful. But just me being me, like I had all the success that I could ever get. But the moment you now start listening, even your friends, the moment you start listening to your friends and some other people, where they now start trying to influence your personal life, what happens is that they don't know what you have been through with that other person. And because they don't know what you have been through with that other person, they come with another perspective that they think is right, meanwhile it's wrong, because they don't know the history you have with that person. They don't know how you and that person click. They don't know how you and that person are close. And so it just basically clouds your judgment. And then when they speak to you, because of the way you respect them, they kind of have an influence over you, and then they kind of like influence the decisions you make. And then so you're actually living on another person's script. So it's very important, even in regards to your relationship specifically when it comes to businessmen. I'm willing to listen to people who are doing it well, and I just take out the basics that they're speaking about and I apply it, and it works for me. But specifically in regard to my personal relationship with people, I don't think I'm going to be listening to anybody anymore. Like, I understand the whole implication and the whole underlying factor, but like in regards to personal relationship with people, just don't listen to anybody. Your natural instinct as a human being, especially when like you are free of all this, let me just use the word trauma, because when you are living from trauma, obviously you misinterpret certain things, you underestimate certain things, or you overestimate certain things. Like, you don't really see the world clearly. But if you really rid yourself of all the crap in the past, then it's very easy for you to see the world clearly and communicate with it on that level. Man, I've really fumbled a a lot of wonderful relationships just because I've been listening to other people tell me how I should be doing it. So in regards to just relationships, especially with humans, because hey, the reason why you are alive today is because your parents and your ancestors and your forefathers, blah blah blah, they had it in their gene to, like, it's all in your gene to, like, be able to share it to be the next person, because you have to be so strong for you to be able to still survive. The fact that you can survive means that there's something, you're either that smart or you're that strong, or your genes are so good that you're able to still be alive. So the fact that you are alive is a good thing, and it's natural for you to still be able to reproduce and have more people, simply because it's in your DNA already. You are alive, so it's a testament that, okay, you are strong and you are still alive to watch this video. So it can be the same thing in regards to your relationships too. So it's like, it's not something that you should sit down and listen to what other people have to say. You understand? It works for them, and that's them in their journey. What about you? And where are you in your journey? So it's just really just you doing what's in your heart to do, man. It really is. It really is. It really is, man. At that point, I also like doing things like this, because at that point, there's nobody to blame. You can't say, oh, it's because of that person told me this, that person told me that person told me this. And it's not as if you can't learn from them, but sometimes it's like in different parts of their journey, and maybe you're in a different part, and they don't know how you are in regards to the other person. So you just learn how to just sit down, and then you have all the answers. That's the funny thing. A lot of us is that quick fix mentality, man. Is that quick fix mentality. You actually have all the answers you are looking for. You actually have all the answers you are looking for. But then you hear one of your friends say this one, and you're like, let me listen to what this person says. And then you hear another influencer say this one, you're like, let me listen to what that person says. Then you hear another person say this, and it's just this so much information, and and then you act out based on all of them, and that's not you. That's like, it's not real, because it's not what you really wanted to do. You just did it because you thought that it was good, because somebody that you respected told you to do it. And oh my God, God knows the amount of relationships I've entered into because people told me to do it, and I ended up messed up. Meanwhile, in the first place, I never really cared about doing things like that. Like, even my first girlfriend I had in secondary school, I didn't even want to make her be my girlfriend. I didn't want to. My best friend, I was like my close friend at the time, he literally begged me, like, Isaac, please, this girl. And I was like, I mean, I don't really want to date like this. I don't see the reason why people have boyfriends and have people. Like, he was begging me. I was like, all right. And then boom, it just became the like, everything just messed up, man. Like, it's not in your best interest. Like, it doesn't really help you when you listen to what other people have to say in regards to your family and your relationships, man. It's not really ideal. And every single point in my life, I just keep realizing this, and I think this is the last time. I hope this is just a video that finalizes it, because I think this is the last time I'll ever like listen to what like another person really has to say about my relationship with people and how I should interact with people, and especially in regards to like my personal relationship with other people, even my friends around me and all those things. I just really have to spend the time alone by myself, and just really just own up to a lot of things, man. Really own up to a lot of things, because you being the person you are today, it shows that you are strong, and you're strong enough to be here. So you can also be strong enough to be there. Sure, I won't lie to you, maybe being able to listen to people, but listen, it's not even like, I won't even say listen to people, right? If it comes along, it comes along. Because one of the biggest changes I've ever made in my life was just me sitting down and just being honest with myself. I won't even lie to you, like, even when I first started making, not even online content, but like being able to teach people about mind control and actually get paid as a teacher online, I just like came out one day and I just took a long ass walk, man, like over 2 hours. I was outside and I was like, okay, how am I going to do this thing? And I was basically reading books on, persuasion and all those things. But like, I just sat down and I was like, okay, how am I going to do this thing? And bro, I just did it in like in less than a week, like by very next day or next 2 days, I was able to get my first client that paid me almost over ₦250,000, man. So it's like if you can just sit down and be honest with yourself, and this is just me speaking, man. If I can just sit down and be honest with myself, all the knowledge I've gathered and I've garnered, like it will really work for you. It will really work for you. And I just think that a lot of us need to spend more time alone with ourselves, because we really have all the answers we are looking for. We really have all the answers we are looking for. And the problem and the bane of our society is this online quick fix, how to get it, the only way to get it mentality. And it's like, it doesn't really work that way. Life is not just direct path. It's really a lot of slopes and stuffs, and it should be you being able to experience that by yourself. Because the person that is speaking to you, that is what has worked for him, and he has experience in that, so he knows how to maneuver through it. And so he speaks about it to you, and you want to follow the same steps, but you cannot follow the same steps because he didn't know how he got to where he is, and you don't know how he's going to maneuver through the problems. You don't know. You just pick up one aspect of it, and then you want to run away with it and run with it, and it doesn't really work that way, man. It doesn't really work that way. And I'm just pained because I've lost a lot of important people in my life because I wasn't really able to see the world clearly. And at the same time, also, you can say all things work together for good to console yourself. You can also say, judge not that ye be not judged. I can also say, oh, let me not judge myself. It's part of my journey. That's true. This video is part of my journey too. That's true. So I'm just trying to just like give you a. And the funny thing is, the moment I start speaking about things like this, I'm kind of like in the same game too, because I'm saying don't listen to people, and then I'm speaking to you so that you can listen to me. So it's just this like, I'm just trying to just tell you that most times just step away from all this noise. Even just stop listening to me, stop listening to a lot of people, and just sit back and just like think for yourself. Being able to sit down and think for yourself is a gift in this age. It's a really, really, really an important gift. It really is an important gift because it sets you apart from a lot of people. Most people are like this on their phones. Like, let me give an example using a device. They're just like this on their phones, like this, and they can't even think for themselves. The thing that does the thinking for them is this thing. Meanwhile, they have their brain, and that's what has made them to even create this. This is a phone. Like, let's just use it as a phone. Like, it's their brain that made them create this, but then they're now giving their power to the phone to dictate their life. So the people in your life now who are on that phone, they tell you how to live your life, and you're okay, and you're just being led around. But if you really, really have what you're looking for, and you know what you want in life, and then you can just sit down and then just map out how it's going to be, bro, you'll really, really, really go far in life, man. And even not even online, and not even forget even online, even with your friends around you, the implication is that who is telling you how to live your life? That's basically what it is. Who is telling you how to live your life? You as a man, and man, woman, you actually have to tell yourself that, okay, I want to live my life in this manner, and I'm taking full responsibility. You know, oh, don't do this when you see this person. Don't do that when you see this person. When you see this people, don't do that. No, man, like, what the fuck? Am I a robot? Do you have to tell me everything? Can't I just like? I understand that maybe these people they also care, and they also try to speak to you from that point of care, but like at the same time, the balance has to be in everything, right? So, and I just fully want to tell you that you should just take responsibility of your life, man, full responsibility, and stop dumping it on the hands of other people. What does this person have to say about my life? What does this person have to say? The moment you are conscious enough to live your life, it's fully in your hands, man. It's fully in your hands. It's fully in your hands, and you should really, really take it as your responsibility to transform your life. Because your responsibility is your ability to respond, not react, but the ability to respond. And when you have the ability to respond, it's in your power. The ability to respond shows that you have power over it, that you can consciously say, okay, I'm going to act in this manner, I'm going to act in this manner, I'm going to speak in this manner. That's it. But a lot of us just, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's not really helpful for us. It's not really healthy, and I just want us to have this perspective that we can really change our lives when we intend to, and when we do all the things necessary which can change our lives. And we should just know what should be done in every moment of time, and have it in mind that we can just sit down with ourselves, use our brain, and just think, and just think. And then all the things that spark up a light in your brain, from all the things I've experienced, all the things that spark up a light in your brain, just combine them together and apply it, man. Like, if you sit down and think, I swear to God, you will get results. If you can just sit down and think. But a lot of people don't even want to think, because thinking is a chore these days. So nobody wants to think. They just want to just scroll and then avoid thinking. So if you can just sit down and think, I believe it's really a very healthy thing to do as an individual, because it makes you see the world clearly from your eyes for the first time. But if you're always listening to other people, you're always seeing it from their eyes. And that is what happens to the awakened man. That's what happens. The awakened man no longer has to listen to what other people have to say about his life. He lives the life from his own point of view. For example, when you're a child, your parents always told you. But for you to become a man, you can't keep listening to what they have to tell you about your life most times. You have to be able to say, okay, you know what? I want to be able to make my own life and live my own life and do my own things. That's it. And so, obviously, that has to do with you not listening to what anybody has to say, except people who, not even except, just picking up, okay, this is the decision I'm going to make about my life. And even if you make the decision of listening to other people, at least it's your responsibility, and then you own up to that thing. So you don't have to say, oh, is that person's fault? Bro, you opened your ears to listen to that particular person. Nobody carried a cane or a whip and say, listen to me, boy. No. So I'll just tell you this, man. Take full responsibility of your life. Use your brain to think, and not just completely like listen to what everybody online has to say. So me too, that I'm speaking to you, I am telling you that you should use your brain to think for yourself, even though I'm the one telling you to do it and you are listening to me. Sometimes just step back and just be like, okay, I'm not listening to anybody anymore. Let me listen to my true being. Let me listen to my essence. Let me listen to myself, and let me see how I can help myself. That's all I have to say for you guys. I think it's very vague, but I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to communicate to you. Thank you for listening.